Okay, so my original intent of building the Serious Rescue was so that I could chat with everybody and build a set at the same time. And I found out that to do all the cool video things and make it a cool video, you have to use like TikTok or Shorts or something like that because I don't have cool video editing software. And that doesn't give you enough time. So I did the cute video to start the set, but I couldn't tell you about me. So, or this page, why I started it. So I'm going to finish building in the not cool, kind of just there video format. So I've already done the corner of the set. It's already got a couple of the gold frogs. This one has a lot of frogs. I know that's a thing in the Lego sets, is how many frogs will there be, and with Harry Potter, it's how many gold frogs in a lot of them. And this one, a lot. So, as a mom of two teens and a recent fiance, I started building Lego because of my fiance, and I started Harry Potter because of my teens. We listened to all of the books on Audibles. Oh my gosh, over and over and over again, especially my older kid. And then when the movies came out, we went to the movies in the theater because my kids were old enough by then. So now those movies are 20 years old. So that's crazy. My kids were not old enough for the first one in the theaters. My oldest is 18. But anyway, crazy how everything works. Okay, so got this set. I got the froggies, and now we're adding some decoration. So I started the YouTube channel because I have been watching a lot of YouTubers and learning about Lego investing, and that will be another story in just a second about how we got into Lego investing. But there's not a lot of people talking about just getting started or women doing it. There's a couple, and there's actually another YouTuber here in Austin that's really great and gives a lot of information about Lego City and all that stuff. But anyway, I thought maybe an older woman's perspective could be helpful out in the world, and maybe if I can get enough views, I can get monetized and make enough money to buy more Legos. So ultimately, it's to get more Legos, but also to have fun. So, okay, so Lego investing. Oh my gosh, this is how I really got into Legos. So my fiance is, ooh, look, I can make it lighter. It's kind of dark in here. It's a rainy day outside. Anyway, my fiance has been into Legos since he was very young. He got into it. He's one of the early ones, and we have some old Star Wars Legos. Star Wars collectors, you would be very jealous of what he has, especially those of you who are too young to have gotten the original round of the Legos, because we have some of those, and it's cool to see how they've evolved. But anyway, so he was like asking for some of the UCS sets for different holidays, and I was like, how can you spend like $500 on a Lego set? It's just a toy, and I was like, it's cool. I like Legos. I think they look cool. I've had fun building them in the past, but it can get so expensive. And he said, well, it's really an investment. And I said, because he's pretty good at like twisting things sometimes. And he doesn't lie or to manipulate. Like, that he's exaggerating, shall we say? But So I thought he was exaggerating, and that the Lego investing was really just, anything that's a big purchase is an investment, right? It's an investment in my happiness, honey. But I started looking into it, and as if any of you have looked into the Lego and how it appreciates over time, it's pretty amazing how valuable some of these sets are. And so started doing some research. I had already been buying a couple of the Harry Potter sets, because I like those and they remind me of my kids when they were little. So I do have some older ones of the Harry Potter, but we really just started like getting into it last year. So I don't have a ton of the older sets. And of course, now I'm like, if only I had listened to him earlier and actually believed they were a good investment. But what was I saying? If I haven't told you, a little bit of ADHD here. But anyway, so yeah, I started looking more into the Lego investing and what that really means, and how the sets appreciate in value. I have a finance degree. I got my MBA in finance and operations. I don't do finance in the corporate world now. I am a project manager. I started project managing for a private equity firm, or it was a private equity software firm. Anyway, and then, oops, see, I'm talking and building at the same time, and I'm not doing a very good job of it. Of either, actually. But anyway, so I have the degree in finance. I've always been good at budgeting, and that was kind of where I was going to go originally in my career. But I landed in project management after my divorce from my first husband. And I really like project management. Apparently, I really like organizing things. Comes in very handy with the purchasing of things. I have lots of spreadsheets. Well, actually, one spreadsheet, lots of tabs, if we're going to be technical about it. So I track small pieces that we get. I track the full sets. I track what condition we get them in. I track where we get them from, so that, I can say, okay, well, I got really good deals from this place. But it was just this one seller. Or they were good deals, but the boxes were beat up. So the appreciation potential is limited, right? So in 20 years, when people actually care about the quality of the box, because I've learned that people don't like the value differential between the value of a set in box versus a set built. Well, it depends on who the collector is, of course, but the differential isn't that great in the initial retirement field, I guess. Anyway, but much later on, it can really appreciate the value. So like, yeah, if you have a 20-year-old set that's still in box and it's in pristine condition, well, that's going to like add $500 to the value of the set. But if it's a set that's only a few years old, as long as you have all of the pieces, the box isn't really necessary. I don't know why that is. Or maybe it's just Star Wars fans, because the only like really old sets we have are Star Wars. So maybe that's just a Star Wars thing. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. Okay, I'm not doing very well at talking and building at the same time, am I? I've got one corner, and the second corner started. This is all in bag one. I haven't even gotten through bag one yet. What else was I going to tell you? I think that's all for now. Anyway, thank you for listening. Welcome to my channel. And let me know if there's something you want to learn about as we go through this together. As I am new at YouTube, new at Lego, new at Lego investing. There's a lot of lessons to learn. You may have seen my little short about learning about pick-a-brick and brick links, and I like to research a lot. I don't know why. It's just one of my passions. I like to learn, I guess. I don't know. But so I do a lot of research, and so I've learned a lot in a very short time. Like I said, we started last year just gathering inventory. And so now learning the difference between long-term hold and a short-term hold, and a quick turnaround with the retirement, like purchasing right before retirement versus purchasing immediately to make sure you have stock. What we get for ourselves and what we get to resell immediately. In my mind, what we get for ourselves is really to resell long-term. I don't plan on keeping my sets, until I'm 90. I will probably sell mine because I like building them. I like building new things. I like buying new things. But I also kind of like the idea of having a big collection, and my Harry Potter collection's getting pretty good size. I saved up a lot of money. I worked 3 jobs right after my divorce to try and make sure I paid off my car, and I didn't have any debt. I paid off my my student loans, all of that stuff, just because everything was so, well, I say because everything was so fluctuating in that time, and that's not the right term, but anyway, I think it is also because I hate having debt. I pay off my credit card every month. I'm that kind of person. I'm finance. So anyway, I had some money that I had set aside to invest outside of my retirement accounts, and I didn't know what to do with it because I'm nervous about stocks. And I have someone who manages my retirement account for investments, but specifically the retirement accounts. So, and luckily it's a friend. I don't really have enough money to have somebody that manages my accounts, but a friend started a business, and I was one of the first people he wanted to help, and I gave him referrals and stuff. So anyway, so now I invest in Lego and building toys. It's a lot of fun. Come along with me. Welcome.